Hi there again, this is EGOchu bringing you another 2v2 this time match, and this is one of our favourites. I mean, to be honest, as a team, me and EGOnotu, three things we hated actually. We're all inners, number 1, 2, cheesers, 3, mass air people, okay? I think the third is the one that we hate most. I mean, you sacrifice your economy so that you can catch your opponent off by surprise, and I mean, the simple way to deal with that is, if you've got a lot of ground units, they can't deal with the air units obviously because they can't attack air. You just send them to your opponent's base, and normally, I mean, especially against Mutalisks, you'll be able to destroy their base before they destroy yours, because Mutalisk's DPS isn't that great. In this match we had these guys who had attempted to 6-pool us earlier. We actually fended it off, and so we started building up air because we had scouted that they both had a spire. I mean, this is the force that they had built up, and it's rather a few Mutalisks. I mean, there is a lot of Mutalisks there, and there's actually 31 Mutalisks there, between the two of them. We ourselves don't have as many Mutalisks because we've actually gone ground units as well, like exciting fuckers, unlike them, the boring ass shits, who've just put a load of spine crawlers at the front of their entrances, and then they've gone for mass muters. Basically, they're going to attack me now with this huge Mutalisk force, which is going to obviously almost kill me. But my Mutalisks here, I've got quite a few, I mean, reasonable amount of muters, but then they send in all their units, and they basically fuck me up. Meanwhile, my ground units here, I mean, I'm not sure where the rest of my units are. I definitely do have quite a few units somewhere. No. Well, my friend here, Mr. EGOnotu, part of Team Ego, that we assembled, he has a load of roaches as well. I mean, they take out my base pretty much, completely ripped to shreds my economy. But their Mutalisk force is sort of halved by that point. They haven't got as strong an economy as us. We've got an expo each. We didn't cheese at the beginning, which meant that we obviously had a far superior drone count at the beginning. But here we go. EGOnotu sends across his roaches. He skips past those muters. He sends them right down here into this base, burrows them, which was perfect because we had scouted those spine crawlers earlier. Meanwhile, my base is pretty much being ripped to shreds, but they're just focusing on taking out all my tech. Meanwhile, Mr. EGOnotu here, he's got a macro hatch here rather than an expansion, which I think was pretty ridiculous. He sends in these roaches, takes out the queen, takes out the spore crawler, and just pretty much destroys them. Honestly, those couple of roaches, and I mean, they could have easily sent their Mutalisks back and taken out those roaches, but they decided not to for some stupid ass fucking reason. They just sit up there, they instead try and take out the player who's out of the game's tech. Meanwhile, I've got an expansion just starting to come up here, and another expansion that's just come up over here. I mean, I don't think that we're going to save that. He could easily take them out with those corruptors. Will he do it? I'm not sure. He does send his corruptors across, but will he save my base? Oh, no he doesn't. Fucking hell. What disappointment. But meanwhile over here, basically these roaches who are on 0-0 upgrade, so they'd be even easier to take out for the Mutalisks, they're actually just destroying this guy's tech. I mean, he no longer has a spire, he's got a couple of spore crawlers up in his base, he has no expo. This guy's only just started his expo. And they've hidden all of their overlords across here. I mean, that's one of the most ridiculous things, okay? When you see that, I get annoyed, because overlords, the reason that they move is because they should be used for scouting. They really should be used for scouting. They're such a good scouting unit. I mean, that's one of the advantages that overlords have, I think. Whilst Protoss have pylons, I mean, you can walk people in at pylons, but supply depots, I mean, they're pretty much useless other than for walling off, I think. and for getting supply. I mean, now EGOnotu on his 3 expos, 2? No, 2 expos. I'm sure he had 3. No, he has 2 expos. But basically here he's slacking like a motherfucker. He lets those mutas destroy his queen, unfortunately. And meanwhile those corruptors just completely fuck up that mutalisk army. What's happening over here? We've got 2 mutalisks flying out across the map. I think that's Cress's only 2 mutalisks left over from all of this, despite going for that early air rush which was meant to fuck us up. I mean, I've got this expansion running over here. Now he's going to scout me out with these 2 mutas, okay? He's going to actually scout me out with these 2 mutalisks. But the question is, how many drones does he take out? This guy's got 2 kills, this guy's got 0 kills, this guy's got 4 kills. They take out 4 drones, okay? 4 drones with that attack, that's pretty decent. I mean, it's alright. So then EGOnotu tells me, set your base across there, it's not as far for me to fly then, to help you out. I mean, this guy still hasn't set up a base, so it's pretty much 2, well, it's 1.5 against 2. Now these burrowed roaches coming in across here, I mean to this completely undefended expansion over here. Meanwhile, look at all these spine crawlers over here, no spore crawlers, so he could actually just burrow in behind that. And he could fly his mutalisks in over here, attack the base, destroy him. Meanwhile, these roaches just destroying this expansion. Their pressure is stopped on me, so I'm able to get like my economy running again eventually. Well, apart from these 2 mutas who are slowly but surely taking down the hatchery. I mean, this just sums up the DPS of mutas. It really does. I mean, I go because they basically cheesed in 2 ways. They went from 6 pooling to fast air. I mean, it's just so boring. And they're the type of people that never go for any other strategy in their life as well. Which is pretty sad if you ask me. These mutas now flying across, going to try and take out these roaches, but guess what? These roaches can burrow! Apart from this one over here, he's forgotten how to apparently. He's just going to take out this over here in case it turns into a base race. It's always helpful just to take out whichever buildings you're able to. They do take out those buildings pretty easily. This is going to go down because there's no creep over here. Ads, shitty name as well. Shitty strategy, shitty name, just sums up really, doesn't it? EGOnotu over here, he's looking pretty strong at the moment, let's face the facts. I mean, I'm beginning to drone up again. EGOnotu's taken my main base as an expansion, which is a pretty dumb thing to do as I've almost mined it out, but you know, he could have gone for any expansion on the map really and kept it. Meanwhile, EGOnotu's decided, I know, I'm going to take this out by ground, because I'm a cocky shit, and they suck balls. Meanwhile, Adiz is flying out over here, just to check. Oh no, we don't have a base, I forgot, sorry. Meanwhile, look, these roaches now burrowing in. Will they sneak past? They sneak past all the spine crawlers? This is like one of those moments in the match where you're whispering to your partner because it's so tense. I mean, if an overseer flies by, they're fucked. Meanwhile, Banelings come in, bam, 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 take out all that army, and they destroy all the spine crawlers as well, which is pretty helpful. Takes out all of his defence, and now he's free for the killing. These Banelings don't do much damage there, but now these roaches coming in, they're going to finish off those 2 queens. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. Going to finish off those 2 queens. Comes in for the spire. The spire's a really important thing to take out here, along with the drones. And now they're pretty much fucked. I mean, those mutalisks are all that they have at the moment now. I mean, that spire's going to go down because it's bleeding. Burrowed roaches, burrow down, 1 shot, bam, bam. And the spire goes down! Woohoo! They have no expansions. I've got 1, which isn't actually running. I've struggled to recover from that early upset. I find in 2v2 that I get heavily distracted, but look at this EGOnotu army here. He's 129 out of 158. This guy over here, 46 out of 106. And if I found a unit that I could use to judge ads on... No. Wait. Right, Cresson, sorry. He's on 0 supply. 0. Yes. 0. Zilch. I don't know why we're not moving in for the kill now, but it's a good job that we didn't, because these muters fly in just at the same time, and that could be quite annoying. Oh, he scouted them, and he comes in behind, rapes him up the ass, basically. These mutalisks dissipate like a motherfucker. And, Ads leaves the game. Meanwhile, the guy on 0 supply decides to stay in the game. Eventually he leaves, giving the GG, fair play to him. Thanks for watching, guys. That was just basically my rage at 6 pooling and fast air. Although you didn't see the 6 pool, the fast air is what pisses me off most. But we counted it and I was pretty proud. So cheers for watching again, guys, and